Hi, Psychic Lisa Ann here, coming at you today with an impromptu at-home with LA video while we wait for one of the worst storms supposedly in the history of, I don't know. We live in New York, it's winter, it snows. I threw on my sweatsuit and I'm choosing to chat with you. So, a lot of you have been messaging me and asking me to tackle a specific topic, which we're going to do today. But before I get to that topic, I want to say this. I have been writing a lot over the last couple of years, and I've made a couple of videos about living a drama-free life and creating what I like to call your happiness bubble. So before I tackle the topic, I just want to let you know that I, by no means, have a perfect life. Those of you who have followed my writings and know me personally know that there is always some kind of drama going on, there's always some kind of stress going on. So I want to make that very clear because I think sometimes people think you're happy because your life is perfect. Your life is never going to be perfect. It's not happening. There is always going to be something out of balance, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a money issue, whether you're tackling a health issue. There is always going to be something that is not in balance. So if you're waiting for that to happen, you're never going to be happy. Living a drama-free life, creating a happiness bubble around you, is a way of learning to accept the situations around you without feeding into them. To allow yourself to have these experiences, to have circumstances in your life, but to not have them create your experiences. Alright, so having said that, here's a topic everybody's asking me about. Once you get in your drama-free zone and you create your happiness bubble, how do you stay in it? Great question. And I will tell you this, since I have jokingly entered my happiness bubble, I have discovered two things. One, some people do not like happy people. And two, people don't always like hearing the truth. So having said that, first, I want to congratulate you if you are living your drama-free life and you are in your happiness bubble, because it takes a lot of work. And it's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you have to work at every day. It's something that you have to be dedicated to. So hats off to you if you are living in your drama-free zone and you have created your happiness bubble around you. So how do you stay there? Well, first of all, there's a couple of belief systems that you have to change. So let's take the first one on, shall we? The first one is, not everyone is going to like you. You're in your drama-free place, you're in your happiness bubble. Not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to be happy that you're there. In fact, some people are going to continually go out of their way to pull you out of your drama-free zone. So the first thing you have to do is be clear with yourself that not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like the new place that you're in. And that is okay. Because guess what? Everybody has the right to their own opinion. Everybody has the right to choose wherever they wish to be in life. So once you accept that as a fact, you're not going to feed into someone else's drama. Their lessons are theirs. Your experiences are yours. 2, what do you do when people seem to be working very hard to pull you out of your good space? We're human. We want to defend ourselves. We want to attack back. We want to explain ourselves. We want them to understand where we're coming from. So when you're in that moment, when you're in that space, you have to take a step back and you have to get very clear with yourself. What is your goal? What is the outcome? If you have somebody in your life that you feel is working against you, by you confronting them or you defending yourself to them, what is that really going to accomplish? Because I have to be really honest with you, they don't care. They're in their negative place. Maybe they're in their poor me pity party place. Maybe they're just having a bad day. It has nothing to do with you. You cannot take it personally. I talk about this all the time, and I really do. I have a 24-hour rule. When something happens to me, whether it's something that someone else did, or a situation that I'm facing, or a decision that I have to make, I always wait 24 hours before I react to it. I don't want to come from a reactive place. I want to take a little time to get out of the emotions of the issue. I want to think about it. I want to touch base with myself, and I want to see, what is my response going to get me? If I come from a place of defending myself, or I come from a place of attacking the other person, what am I really hoping to get out of it? If you're really honest with yourself, when someone does something to you and you feel that need to respond or to attack back or to defend or explain yourself, the truth of the matter is you just want them to know how hurt you are. You just want them to know how angry they made you. And it's not going to change anything. It's not going to take away the hurt. It's not going to change the anger that you already felt. And someone that's in that space, someone that is not inspiring and motivational and uplifting, and someone who is trying to take something that you've worked so hard to achieve in your life, regardless of what it is, and turn that into a bad thing, they don't really care about your feelings. So you have a choice of where you're going to put your focus. Are you going to put your focus on keeping yourself in your drama-free zone that you have worked so hard to get in? Or are you going to allow that person to try to pull you out of this space that you have the right to be in, this space that you have earned? So my tips for you today are, when you are in your drama-free happiness bubble, do not take things personally. Understand that it is not mathematically possible that everyone you meet is going to like you. Remember, before you respond, to touch base with yourself and really ask yourself, what is your goal? Are you feeling the need to get even and make that person feel as horrible as they made you feel? Is your goal to get them to see what they did wrong? And what is that goal? How is that really going to help you? Because maybe it's better if you just disconnect from that person, or make the decision that they are not going to affect you. And remember, we all have the right to our opinion. Everybody has the right to be in the place that they want to be. I would say maybe once or twice a year, I get the usual "Psychics are of the devil" post on my fan page. And, you know, years ago, it would get me really upset, and I would feel the need to talk about all the charity work I do and all the things I do to help people. And finally it hit me, somebody who has nothing better to do with their time, honestly, and thinks that they have the right to insult and attack someone that they have never met in their life before, is not someone who, one, I want in my bubble of happiness. Two, is not someone's opinion that, quite honestly, I even care about. And three, is not the type of person that is even worthy of my time. So I want you to keep this in mind. Your question to me was, how do I stay in my happiness bubble? How do I stay in my drama-free place? You do it by making the choice to stay there. You do that by saying, I have worked very, very hard to create the space I am now in. Someone who is constantly trying to pull me out of that space is not worth my time. Doesn't make them a bad person, and I want to be very clear about that. This is not a judgment of how somebody is. They may be going through difficult times in their lives. They may have situations that are creating these reactions in their own lives. And that is why there is no judgment. We just take a step back, we acknowledge they have the right to be where they are, and we move on in our drama-free happiness bubble. So I hope you found these tips helpful. I hope it's going to assist you in staying in your drama-free zone that you have worked so hard to create. And I hope you're going to enjoy your space in your happiness bubble. I want to thank you guys so much for all of the feedback that I'm getting from the videos and for all of your suggestions for upcoming episodes. Until next time, continue to be great.